Jess treats her unborn children like the mob. She whacks them before they're made. Hey, where's my fucking abortion? I'm aborting my kids over here! That's you. Jess is Italian and bisexual, which means she fucks guys and beats women. Jess, when you did meth with that guy who gave you herpes, did you think, ugh, I'm turning into my father? Your dad has AIDS, bitch. They call Jess's pussy the Irishman because it's full of Italians going through a midlife crisis. Once I think I'm out, she pulls me back in. Jess is the girl next door to the halfway house where she overdosed. We'll wrap this up. Jess has to go marry Beetlejuice. Come on, marry me. You look like if Joe Rogan filmed his podcasts at Golden Corral. Robbie, you coked up Shrek. Don't get it. You know, it's fitting you look like an ogre because for you, consent is a fairy tale. Andrew seems like he pulls his pants all the way down to pee on children. Andrew looks like McGovern if he used his fake ID to buy guns. The difference between Andrew Manning and Chelsea Manning is Chelsea Manning used to look like a dude. Andrew's the kind of nerd who'd correct you if you mispronounce the N-word. Actually, it's... Andrew's brother attempted suicide and his parents are unemployed. His family really loves to hang. Andrew always looks pissed. What's the matter, Andrew? Did the kid you're molesting beat you at Yu-Gi-Oh? Great to be here, roasting the first sex robot for pedophiles. Chloe, you look like Casey Anthony and the toddler she killed. Give it up for cold sore McGovern, everyone. She has herpes. She actually got herpes, so guys she hooked up with would actually remember her. Chloe's an actress. Chloe actually auditioned for Lolita, but the director said she looked too much like a child prostitute. It's a film study reference, yeah. Chloe's dad left when she was a kid. As he was leaving, Chloe said, "So I sucked all that dick for nothing?" Chloe is a quarter Vietnamese, and she used to live in Arizona. One time John McCain saw her set, yeah, and said it was the worst thing a Vietnamese person ever put him through. You know, hearing about Chloe's rape is a lot like hearing Chloe at a good set. Only women believe it. Chloe's herpes is a lot like her material, given to her by a funnier man in a desperate attempt to fuck her. Anish only joined CBS because he thought it stood for Chutney Buffet Sunday. Anish, you look like Apu if you worked at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Dude, you're talking about my looks. Your eyes are literally trying to break up with your face. Anyway.
Did your parents also arrange for your jokes to bomb? Who's retarded now? Still me! Terrence is like if O.J. Simpson was fat, untalented, and never killed. auditioned for the movie Radio, but they said he looked too retarded. Terrence is so white inside, he only picks cotton if it's organic. Terrence has some of the worst bombs I've ever seen, and I lived in Boston during the marathon. That's true. That's true. Give it up for unemployed little Nicky, everybody. Dan, you seem like a pedophile that gets friend-zoned by kids. Dan is a big fan of Weezer. Weezer is the name of the kid with asthma he keeps in his trunk. Dan bought a ticket to the Fire Festival, but only after he heard there were helpless women on an island. The last time Dan got a pussy wet is when he drowned his cats in a tub.
Bro, you have Bryan Singer's face and the body of his 12-year-old victims. Davidson, you're so rich and rapey. How do you not do improv? I bet you threaten your victims with a croquet mallet, you know? Davidson has a tattoo of the American flag made out of a barcode. So now we all know what Banksy would do if he was a huge faggot. Davidson's a hipster from the South. He only buys slaves if they're farm to table.
Nick is a felon, a drug addict, and worst of all, Italian. Nick, you look like Baba Booey with Down syndrome. Nick looks like a Sopranos character, particularly the horse they killed in season 4.
Dan looks like Rick Moranis in Honey, I Fucked the Kids.
First blood.
Dan's so boring, the kids check their watch during his school shooting. Is this over yet? Not sure if Dan is Jewish or retarded, but either way, I want to give him a gold star. It's good to be here roasting Pennywise with coronavirus. Yeah. Hate to tell you this, Tom, but you're a bit of a clown. Tom is from Baltimore, but has never seen The Wire, unless you count the one his dad used to try and abort him. Tom had a small role on House of Cards. He was brought in to make Kevin Spacey look like less of a pedophile. Tom has been an extra on Veep, House of Cards, and in his bedroom while his girlfriend fucks a black guy. Just kidding, Tom lives with his parents and has never had sex. Tom has a joke where he says he looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Tom, no one would ever think you're Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres gets pussy.
We'll make this quick. Kathryn has to get back to high school to bully Lindsay Lohan. Kathryn's a really mean girl. She's caused more female comics to quit than Louis C.K.'s penis. Kathryn is for people who think Sarah Silverman is too hot and too funny. Kathryn's actually not pale. The blood just drains from her face when she's around more than one black person. The only time Kathryn said me too is when someone says, man, I bombed tonight. Kathryn's dated a few stand-ups. Kathryn's had more failed comedians in her than Mad TV. Kathryn's brother converted to Islam, but to be fair, if you lived with Kathryn, you also wouldn't think women should have rights. They do bond over their love of bombing, so that's nice. Kathryn has scoliosis, and her high school is named Notre Dame. But the only time they called her the Hunchback was when she was bent over for the lacrosse team. Kathryn always has a smirk. If you're wondering why she's so happy, she just called the cops on a black barbecue. Jake works for At Midnight, which is named after the time he commits all of his rapes. That's true, actually. That's just a fact. Galina's like Barron Trump in that she looks 12 and acts retarded. Yeah, I relate to that.
Jess looks like the child of Harvey Weinstein in the plant he jerked off into. Give it up for the royal baby, everybody. Give it up for Conan trying too hard. I'll take it easy on Isabel. She's still hungover from celebrating the end of Black History Month. Isabel, you always look upset. What happened? Did your cleaning lady look you in the eye? Isabel's family are Jews from Tribeca who play jazz music. It was like a Woody Allen movie, except she wasn't hot enough to be molested. I'm just kidding. He's innocent. Thank you, A Star is Boring. Yeah, we'll finish this up. Isabel has to go back and haunt a Hot Topic. Isabel looks like a Wes Anderson character, particularly Owen Wilson after the suicide attempt.
I don't want to say Eeyore's racist, but he pronounces Tigger with a hard R. Oh, don't tweet Robbie Goodwin on that one.